It looks like we're live, and this is the first installment. I'm working on a Friday near the end of the day. It's 4:30, and waiting for people maybe to pop in. I'm gonna go to the main page and turn down my sound and see if that didn't work. See if it's showing live. You can call in at the number below, or I'm going to put a link in the chat, and hopefully I can find that link. Looks like it froze. I hope not. I think I have bad bandwidth right now, unfortunately. Link is going in the chat. And here we go. Yeah, I've got one viewer. Hi to the one viewer. Pop in or call. I'm going to have to turn on my sound. I may need to redo it because I think I've got bad bandwidth. I'm turning on the sound because I have the Skype number below. So we could talk about anything. We could talk about politics while I'm ending my day. We could talk about religion. We could talk about baseball, big baseball guy, the Dodgers in particular. Or I can announce this a little bit earlier, and then I can get an audience. It's going to probably be tough to build an audience at 4:35 on a Friday. So if you are in here in YouTube, you can say hi in the chat that would be over there. Can't tell because the way that Google Hangouts works is that it reverses. But anyway, as we're going through this, let's see if I can do some work in this mess that I call a desk. Waiting for folks to chat, come on in. Could be my wife. Could be anything. Could be my son. It could be you. It's not going to be very interesting to watch until we get some people to talk, so you could leave it on in the background. Maybe I'll put on some music. The only thing is I think the video is going to get flagged. If I do that, I have a feeling. Let's see if I do it through YouTube. But if I do that, I wonder if it'll turn up. The other video that I've got going to check to be able to read the chat room. I think I got out of that. Still one viewer. One viewer, acknowledge yourself if you can. If it's through Facebook, then I guess I'll need to open up the Facebook thing because I posted that up. The Facebook link. Let's see. Here's some crazy news that the people believe in the era of fake news that I just saw. There was a link on Facebook that indicated that Tom Cruise's African-American son was interviewed, and apparently he didn't know that he was adopted. The African-American son of Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. Obviously fake news, but it was being posted as if it was truth. It can't possibly be true. Sometimes in the era that we live in right now, anything kind of goes. I will be honest with that. I agree. But that reaches levels of where fake news can easily be spotted out. When Donald Trump was elected, that was news that was tough to spot out. I thought maybe that might be fake or wishful thinking maybe. So 2 viewers now. We got a number that you can call. Hopefully it's correct. And I put a link in the chat on YouTube so that if you've clicked the link through Facebook and you're on YouTube watching the video, you can, there's to the right when you're looking at the video, there is a place where you could start chatting if you have a YouTube account. we could look at news stories, and maybe that'll be the impetus for somebody to call. Let's see, or I could work and shut this off, but I'm just finished. I'm finished on Friday. Finished Friday, chat, is what it is. For those that don't know that are watching this, I'm in Los Angeles. It's hot, but the weird thing is it looks like it's overcast now. We have rain, I guess, that's been happening periodically in this area. I'm in Sherman Oaks. I don't think that it was raining here. Can't really tell, but it sure looks like it's about to. So I thought I heard a click there. Did somebody come into the chat room? Let me see. Nope, it's just me. So you could call the number. You could come into the chat room. We can see here. It's a slow news day. That's why no one wants to talk. I think I'll pre-plan this. We'll get more people to show next time. Testing mini cam, which is a new thing that I got, that is the thing that has that little pop-up window on it. Oh, would Reagan fit on Mount Rushmore? I'm planning on putting Reagan on Mount Rushmore. Interesting. Instagram hackers are selling your info. I can share the screen. So why don't I do that? If I can find the link. See if we can do that. Instagram hackers are selling user and phone numbers. It's probably going to start playing, so we definitely want to cut that up. No, thanks. Verified users. So I'm not a verified user. It's not going to be a problem. I'm not much of a user on Instagram in the first place. On Friday, Instagram CTO Mike Krieger published a blog post alerting all users to the security flaw. So there's a security flaw on Instagram. What is that security flaw? Let's see what he said. Deeply about our safety and security. No passwords or Instagram activity was revealed. They fixed a bug, but it wanted to let you know that we discovered a bug that could be used to access email address and phone number, even if they were not in public. All right, so you might ask, why do I post my phone number on this? And the answer to that would be that it's just simply a Skype, and I only use it if I'm on if I'm on Skype at all. People could call it. I don't care. I'll shut it down if it's a bunch of strangers and weirdos. So there could be strangers and weirdos. If you're a stranger and weirdo, join the club, call the number, and tell me how your Friday's going. Watching. It's only going to be interesting if somebody joins into chat or acknowledge it on the Facebook that you're here watching. Otherwise, I'm going to shut off in 5 and try it another time. Looks like everybody's going home, which is what I should be. The whole office is home right now. And the reason the whole office is home is because the aircon is not working in the building. So they said it doesn't feel too bad, actually. So I was able to keep going, especially with the overcast weather. Weird weather, global warming, or not. So, how is everybody? My mother sent a link. Maybe she's watching. You could call. Mother, call your son. You call the number right there, it goes directly to the computer. But it will be broadcast, Mom. So you know. Which 25? Somebody's calling. Robert Reed.
Hello?
Yeah, it's Rob Reed. Can I help you?
Hi. I had a baseball-related question.
You do? Okay. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah. Donald?
Donald, like Ronald McDonald?
Yeah.
Okay, that works. What's the question, Donald?
Somebody wants to trade me a baseball card, and I'm not sure if it's fair or not.
Okay.
That I have is a Pedro Martinez card.
Okay.
When he played for the Dodgers.
What year?
And the card that I'm being offered is a Delino de Shields card from when he played for the Expos.
Okay.
And that just doesn't seem like a fair swap to me.
That would be correct. I think I know who this is, Donald. I'm pretty sure. You must be having a slow Friday too, or are you still on vacation?
I'm back from vacation, but I am off the radar at the office early.
All right, good. Your air conditioning's working there. How are you? I haven't talked to you in a long time, and I'm not telling anybody who you are. You'll be the mystery guest.
No,
Won't say a word.
I am a mystery guest.
You're a mystery guy. I haven't
It
talked to you in so long though that I didn't even recognize your voice.
I know.
You know what? You know why?
Do lunch or something.
You know that's true. But you know what? It could be. It could be that you're such a high-powered guy now that you have this tinge in your voice that you know, when people talk to you, they shudder. I imagine.
I hope so. Well, not all the time. I mean, I don't want to like go into parks with where kids might be playing and stuff and scare people.
Exactly.
But for work itself, it's an interesting thing.
Good. Well, I look forward to catch up in person at a Giants game.
So on a more serious note, how do we get rid of this guy that I did not vote for?
There's no way. It's not going to happen. The only way that will happen is if Congress themselves makes a move, and I don't think they're going to do that unless the key might be Elaine Chao. If she gets canned, we might be able to light a fire there.
Maybe. I mean, in all seriousness, do you think anything's going to come of the special investigation?
I told my brother even before. My brother was the prognosticator of this, Chris, if he's watching. He said, when there were little inklings coming out even before the election, he said that if Trump were to get elected, this is going to become a huge issue. I honestly don't think. I think if there's going to be anybody taking the fall, it's going to be everybody except Trump. And I kind of
feel the same way.
If the RPO, let me get the light back on. I don't know how to pronounce Sheriff Joe's last name. I'm guessing Arpaio. I've only read it. There it goes. I hate that thing.
Yeah, I think that's right.
If his thing goes through, and it will, I think the legal challenges that are going against him are not going to work. Then Trump can just start. He just hand them out too, and that's why it might be a nice footnote in history, kind of like Barry Bonds and steroids, but it doesn't stop baseball. Doesn't stop baseball from still putting them at the top of the list of home run hitters, right?
Yes.
So
yes. Yeah. As one of my friends likes to say, he should be the greatest doubles hitter of all time.
Yeah, maybe. I think your friend's wrong. See, as a Dodger fan, you should. I think I told you before. Two of my top 5 players of all time, easily, are Giants, and one of them is Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
and Barry Bonds.
I still stick with that.
Yeah, Barry Bonds. If you take every home run that he hit in 2001 and you subtract 5 feet, he still hit it well over the fence.
Yeah.
So he got 73, and I think that maybe it helped him a little bit and then boosted his confidence. I don't know. The thing to ask with that is why pitchers were throwing in pitches at all.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. So are you still jet lagged, or are you back to normal?
Very much so.
Can't imagine. Much so. You were in Italy.
I'm usually a little more lively than I am right now, but and the fact that you were taking calls on an open forum was way too great for me to miss.
Yeah, well, see, but that you make people hear that and they might get a little bit excited about the possibilities. But you're just a nice guy. You wouldn't sit there. There's a lot worse that could be happening right now.
People could be calling about bizarre stuff, but well,
especially religion. I was hoping that
we are in the middle of strange, bizarre stuff. So I've kind of lost on what is normal anymore.
It'll be fine.
Presidency.
It's a good exercise in restraint and patience and hope. I'm a big believer in hope. So I have a lot of hope. I have hope that, see, when you have somebody like you have in the office right now who is so, he's hot and cold with both parties because they don't all please him all the time. So there's a possibility that if Democrats start warming up to him somehow and find a subject matter that appeals to him, he might totally switch sides. That's basically what he did. I could easily have seen him decide to run if the Democrats were prepared to take him seriously. He would have run as a Democrat. And then he would have been the most liberal Democrat you've ever seen. He just goes with the tide. Whatever he thinks is going to make him more popular and whatever he thinks is going to sell him more hats. So I don't give him a lot of credit for being extremely dangerous. I just think he's not very he's not as savvy and smart as people think he is. He's definitely a great businessman. I don't think you could deny that, but a lot of people could be great businessmen when you give them a few $1 million and see what they can do for it.
Yeah, and I guess that's why his lack of real party unity is why people give him the terminology populist. And not really Democrat or Republican, because he's he's sort of going with his own tide, and even with this announcement on the tax reform, he sort of just launched into a few basic principles and then said, "So I'm looking for Congress to, write a bill for me." I mean, we haven't really usually gone this far into a presidency without major legislation being signed. And this guy doesn't seem to be in the direction of really helping craft the legislation as much as demand what he wants to see as legislation.
Because he doesn't really care. He likes to have the power that he has. He likes the position. He likes the fact that in history he's going to go down as long as this nation exists. He's going to be remembered. He's going to have his own library, all that good stuff. But so all of that stuff is secondary to him. I really think that he saw this as parlaying the Trump brand as far as it could possibly go I mean, the Trump brand exists as long as this country exists now. And that's a pretty big deal. That's a great deal for his kids.
All right, my friend, I'm going to step out, but couldn't miss this opportunity. Really do mean genuinely about getting together for lunch and catching up. It's been way too long, and we can figure out a place that's central to do that. But love the pictures of you and your kid on Facebook. I know that it was a long ride for you and your wife to
but it was worth it. You could see he's such a good kid,
and you're showing that in your Facebook posts and stuff how much it means to you, and I think that's great. I think that's a fantastic accomplishment. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, sir. I'm happy for you too. But we definitely need to do lunch before AJ has to go to college.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
All right, Doug.
Awesome.
I said your
Okay.
name, but
All right,
hopefully no one heard. I'll talk to you soon.
it's all right.
Have
Rob,
a great
be good,
weekend.
and all my best to your family.
You too. See
All
ya.
right, man.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a friend that if you went to law school with me, you would know. And I just said his name, so I probably made it easier. So that was fun. We could talk about Donald Trump. I try and be as reasonable as I can about it because there are many of my friends that are big Trump supporters. There are family members of mine that are big Trump supporters, or at least big Hillary Clinton haters. Anything but Hillary would have sufficed. So we could always talk about that as well. But I try not to. I'm in my Facebook goings and the things that I do there. I try not to, and I fail often. But I don't. It's the point is not to make fun of people. The point is to make people think. Because both sides, the one that I'm on, which is a more to the left side, has their failures, as many, if not more, sometimes than the right. The big issue for me that it's difficult to balance on the left side is this concept of preaching, and believe this happens in Christianity too, where I'm on that side of it, and that's substantial on the right. On the left, though, of balancing that concept of we have to be intolerant of the world should be tolerant, but we cannot be tolerant of the intolerant, which I'm trying to rationalize in my head, find a good rationalization for the concept of it being okay to preach tolerance and tolerance of all opinions and all people, and at the same time then say, except this one. And that's a tough thing, because to me it seems pretty clear that the intolerant that would say, like Nazis, for instance, that Jews should be killed, that doesn't seem like a philosophy that I should be really tolerant of. And yet, then if I shouldn't preach that we should be tolerant of everything, I should say that we should be tolerant of those who are tolerant of others, is really what the left comes down to. They don't really mean let's be tolerant to all. They don't really mean it's all good. Everything is good, which is preached aloud. Like, if you want to believe that, great. I'll believe this, and we'll just coexist. Coexist is really not a liberal philosophy. It's preached, but it's coexist as long as you want to coexist. And if you don't want to coexist, then we shan't coexist with you, right? So I'm trying to rationalize all of that stuff, and we get hung up on semantics, but it is semantics, and we need to be clear on the left side, I suppose, that we are just, it's okay to be intolerant as long as you're intolerant of those who are intolerant. It's pretty confusing. Anyway, there's a number there. I already had one caller, a good friend from law school who I have not seen in a long time. We could talk about politics, religion, law, baseball. He wanted to take a jab at the Dodger trade in the early 90s when they traded Pedro Martinez for Delino DeShields. And yeah, that was not a good trade. And they've made many bad trades since. Good trades as far as I'm concerned this season. I'm real excited to see what the Dodgers are going to do, notwithstanding a 5-game losing streak. If you are watching, let me see if the Dodgers have started yet. They don't. I think they're home against Padres, or are they in San Diego? What time is the Dodger game? What do we do without Google? No idea. The Dodger game night at Petco Park in San Diego, Clayton Kershaw, will be starting at 7:10. So hasn't happened yet, but they've lost 5 in a row. Hello to the, looks like 2 viewers are in here right now. I need to go back to the page of the chat. Maybe somebody has typed in something. No, but if you did and you clicked, if you're from Facebook, I'll look on Facebook. You can chat in there. Or you can call the number. I'll say the number then if you can't see it, which maybe is a possibility. It's 818-527-4955. And that is a direct line that will go through the computer. And one of my friends has already called, did not recognize his voice until he did the joke. And I sat there for a second in my head and I couldn't pinpoint it because I know somebody had made that joke comment to me in the last week, and then I remembered who it was. And you can try and guess who he was. I'll take calls for that. Winner might get a Delino DeShields rookie card. I'm not sure I have one actually, so I'd say Pedro Martinez one I have. Or at least a Pedro Martinez card. The rookie card might be too valuable to give away like this because the answer is too easy for many people. So 4:59, almost 5 o'clock on a Friday. I may be hanging it up soon if no one comes in and calls. Would you like to call? 818-527-4955. Rob Reed, open chat on the Rob Reed YouTube channel, where you can check out some of my music. I think on the Rob Reed YouTube channel I put all of the CDs on there. If you watch this far, you're going to watch and you're into music and you make your own music, CD Baby is the way to go. CD Baby is the way you put your music onto iTunes and Spotify and all of those cool places. And why did I bring that up? I brought that up because what CD Baby also does is they automatically post your music onto YouTube into static. They're not lyric pages, just a static thing, but it's still cool to have there because then you can reference it. And on the Rob Reed channel, I referenced 3 of the albums, maybe all 4 albums that I put out in the last 7 years. That's relatively prolific, I guess. I've been trying to do it 1 album every 2 years. I have no new music right now through September of this year. I've not done a single new song. Just have not had time. Need to put time. Plus, the man cave is a disaster. Since last Christmas, actually. Since last Christmas, we used the man cave music studio to store stuff, and we really haven't sorted through. And it's just not comfortable to make new music or do anything like that. So hopefully I will be doing that soon. I do have a lot of ideas that I put down that I've totally forgotten about. And somebody suggested to me, I believe it was Greg Hansen from church, the son of Pastor Dana, one of the sons. And he said he thought I could do a rap album. That would be interesting. A Rob Reed rap album. Okay. Well, I have a lot of ideas that might relate to rap. I just don't think I have much of a rap voice, or it would sound like I was of a poser. Yeah, and arguably that's what I am. So 1 last viewer. Looks like we lost the other viewer. Nobody's coming in right now because it's a Friday and people are heading from work. And on that note, I spent the last half hour doing this. I think I'm going to head home instead of try and do anything else. I've got a soccer practice for my son and his team. I'm coaching, and tomorrow is early, 9 o'clock. And the worst part about it is another subject matter we could talk about later is I'm having a gout attack in my knee for the first time in my knee. So I'm limping around a little bit. But don't worry, it's fine. It's the first gout attack in like a year. It happens every August, and it doesn't matter what I eat or drink. I had a day on Saturday before the gout attack on Saturday night where I ate nothing but vegetables and chicken and water. So the worst stuff that you could eat is like on the scale is organ meats. There weren't any organ meats. Sardines and anchovies, that's really bad. So maybe there was sardine sauce or anchovies and the sun-dried tomato sauce that they put on my salad, but you're not likely to get, believe it or not, spinach has a lot of purines, and the salad has half spinach. So purines is one of the things that causes the gout. We could talk about that. I'm not going to gross you out. And maybe that had something to do with it. But nonetheless, I'm going to be hobbling through because my co-coach, my brother Mike, not watching, I don't think, is off to an interesting location that shall not be named. You may not want me to say. So that's it. God bless you and have a wonderful weekend. And I'll try and plan this out, maybe if there's a little extra free time, another day where we'll have a little Rob chat and we can get more people to call in and chat. If you are a Pick'em football guy and you're wondering where Pick'em football is, it's coming and this weekend. And if you might be interested in a game where you pick 4 games against the spread every week, hit me up. Let me know, and I've got some details for you. Just send me an email at Robert Reed, RobertReed. I suppose I could put that on the menu cam. Let's see how I can change this up. I'm going to put it in the bottom line. Oh, technology is cool. Shut it off and then reset it. There it is. So you can email me there if you're interested in that. Or if you have legal questions, or if you had political questions, you could also send a soundbite, I suppose, to that email address as well, and maybe I'll use it in a future one of these chats, perhaps. Because I know this could be fun, particularly with, that's why I put it on Facebook, because I thought that my Facebook friends would see it. I have more active Facebook friends than I do have active YouTube friends. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. And I've seen a lot of friends come and go, and I've not been active on YouTube in what seems like years. So that's it. Let's see, I got some notifications. My mother, thank you very much, liked the link on Facebook to this chat. When your mother likes your link, then you know that you've just done something, because mothers and fathers, they like everything that you do. Miss you, Mom. Hope you're okay. Hi. I imagine you're one of the people that's sitting in the chat. We'll talk to you soon. You should have called, Mom. It would have been fun. So, God bless. Do it again. Thank you. We will chat soon. And now I need to find the window to shut this off. See ya.